everyone, welcome back. I'm Di, and today I am bringing you my first impressions of the open book mystery series. The first book in that series is Murder in the Margins. This one is by Margaret Loudon, and this book came out in October 2020. In this book, we follow Pen, who has just moved to England and has become the writer-in-residence at the Open Book bookstore. She's there trying to work on her second novel. She's kind of had a writer's block, so this opportunity came up and she jumped on it, trying to get away, and maybe the change of scenery will help her come up with an idea or two for her next book. Her publisher is breathing down her neck and she just needs a change. So she's been there for a little bit in this open book bookstore, working on her book, making some friends. As she works there, she gets to know quite a few people that frequent the bookstore, and there's this fest that comes up. So she goes and attends the fest with the bookstore to help them with their table, and the town gossip is found on premises dead. This person is someone that Pen has gotten to know while she's been at the open book bookstore, and so she kind of would like to know what happened to her, but a previous acquaintance who is also a writer is the one that's being accused of murdering this woman, and her acquaintance asks her to help clear her name. So this was the January selection for Book One Cozy's Club. As I have been doing recently, I did do a chapter by chapter on this one. Chapter by chapter is my audio-only reading vlogs where I have broken down the book into sections, and then I read those sections and give you my immediate, candid thoughts on what I'm reading as I read it. So if you'd like to read along with me, or if you'd like to hear my candid thoughts about things, definitely check out the playlist I've listed down below. There were 7 parts to this chapter by chapter, but definitely don't listen to those recordings until you have read the sections that are listed. So in this video, I'm just going to give you my general thoughts on this series and tell you whether or not I'm going to be continuing it. So I actually really enjoyed this one. After the December Book One Cozy's Club selection, I kind of had a little bit of a reading stump. If you have watched my first impressions video on that selection, you will know that I didn't really enjoy that book, and because of that, I just kind of went into a slump. I didn't really want to read after that. So having the schedule of having to read this book for the next chapter by chapter really helped me out a lot, because I had to read those sections. It made me actually go and pick up the book, whereas since the last selection, I hadn't really wanted to pick up a book. So this actually helped me bring back my reading mojo a bit. I definitely enjoyed Pen's investigative style. It is still more laid back, but that in combination with clues kind of falling into her lap really worked for me in this one. As I mentioned, she does make friends with several other people while she's at the open book bookstore, and I've really gotten to like a lot of those side characters as well. I felt like this mystery was very full circle, and without going into further details about that, you will know what I mean if you read this. I was very pleased with how everything turned out, though some of the things in there didn't really make sense to me. I still really enjoyed this read. There were a few things that I could definitely see coming, And I really had no idea who the culprit was until the end, even though before the end we're given specific clues as to who it was. There were things that you could definitely reference in previous sections of the book, but I just couldn't put it together at the time that it was revealed. So that part of this also was very enjoyable, and I will definitely be continuing to the next installment in this series, which, according to the little snippet in the back, is supposed to come out this summer, but with things the way they are in publishing and the delays, that may not happen. But I'm very interested to see more of Hen and hear about her next book and how all that is going, and a few other things that I will not mention for spoilers, but I really did enjoy this one. So let me know if you want to check this one out. Also let me know if you will be checking it out, if you are going to read along with me during my chapter by chapter. And that's pretty much all I've got to say on this selection. So the last thing I want to talk about before I finish this video out is the fact that I have pulled the February Book One Cozies Club selection, which is Raining Corpses and Men. This is the first book in the Reina Sun mystery series by Anne R. Tan. This book is free on Nook and Kindle, so I hope you will join us in February for that read. I will be doing a chapter by chapter on it. Those videos should start sometime between the 10th and the 15th of February. So if you'd like to read along with me, definitely keep an eye out for those videos and make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss them. One last thing I want to mention before I leave you is the fact that March Mystery Madness is around the corner, so this will be our 6th year. You definitely want to make sure that you have joined our Goodreads group and or our Twitter for all of the announcements that should be coming shortly. I've linked both of those down in the description box below as well, and that will do it for me today. So I hope you're all doing great. I hope you're all safe and healthy. And until next time, take care and smile always. Bye.